Last time, I explained what I didn't care for about Warframe as a new player. There is a reason I'm in the game, and I think it's important to see the other side of things as well. I may have given some constructive criticism, and I still hope it was taken as just that. But it's time to tell you what I love about Warframe as a new player. What? I don't know what you expected. That's it. Come on, nobody needs anything else. Okay, I'm joking. Halfway. Having your own happy companion who beats the ass of enemies with you is pretty great, and I do enjoy it. It's definitely an aspect of the game I like. But let's get into a little more of the nitty-gritty of what I enjoy about Warframe. I think the first thing to mention is that the game is truly free. Now, DE deserves my money. There are times where I see certain Warframes and kind of throw my wallet at the screen. At the same time, they've created a genuinely free-to-play model which allows anybody to play the game. Your Warframes, weapons, fancy stuff, and even the platinum can all be earned with just gameplay. Yes, you earn cash shop currency in-game. That is almost unheard of in a free-to-play model. It's impressive how well DE has managed to create a free-to-play model, and I like what they've done. Another thing I like about Warframe are your choices. Yes, you do have some linear missions that take you through story progression. However, there are side stories to do here and there on every planet. As you unlock more planets, you have even more opened up to you. The Arcwing, Railjack, bounties, farming, fishing, mining, side stories, planetary completion. There is not much of an end to what you could be doing. If you want to take a break from something and just hang out and do something else, you can do it. I want to go more in depth with the choices and talk about the story. It's not just the main story of the game that I'm enjoying. These side stories are fun. Not only that, but you feel invested in a story as you do it. I'm gonna take the Vent Kids, for example. That is a really neat story where you get to read a freaking comic book as you continue to unlock things. It's really clear that there is some thought and work put into all of the stories, even the ones that last for just a few missions. That includes the hellish K-Drive missions. I hate those. And there's all the cool stuff. Look, nobody dislikes looking flashy and fancy when you do things in a game. In Warframe, there's a lot of cool stuff to gather up and collect. It goes back to me talking about having choices, and this is part of it. You can do weapons, Warframes, grab stuff for your orbiter, and so on. These aren't just things that you farm for the sake of the grind. Everything has benefits to either your gameplay or fun cosmetics. I also really like the Nightwave thing. Most free-to-play games with a battle pass charge for it, or they give you some free, but the big rewards are behind a paywall. Warframe doesn't do that. Just playing the game and completing Nora's challenges give you everything. Again, the game is free. Like, actually free. You can get the same thing as everybody else by just playing. I also enjoy Warframe's flexibility. As of right now, I think I can solo just about everything, at least what I have encountered so far. Sure, it requires a little more oomph with mods or maybe farming up a Warframe, but the missions are soloable. However, almost all of the missions, except for some story-related stuff, can be played with friends. If you remember, I said in the first video I was able to join my friends after just a couple of tutorials. And if you don't have any buddies yet, well, you can easily set a group to public and join in with some random people. If you're a new player, that can be a bit daunting, especially if an experienced player is joining you. Most of the time I've noticed my public groups have become just folks around the same skill level as me, which is not much. Of course, the community is something I really like about the game. I made an entire video about it, and you all know how highly I speak of the community. This is a really amazing group of people who are mostly welcoming, friendly, and ready to help out. In the last few weeks, I've had an overwhelming amount of help, but not in a bad way. And I'm sure some people will say, well, yeah, that's because you're making videos about the game, but I'd counter you with this. In my small Discord server, there is a great group of experienced and inexperienced players. Many of the inexperienced players are newer than me. There are several people that you don't see making YouTube videos, and they're getting the same amount of help and attention I get. In fact, a couple of them have kind of been adopted by a more experienced player. It's kind of like a Warframe buddy system. Just last night, I listened to someone go through mods with a newer player. They spent nearly an hour explaining all the mods and screen sharing to help them out. Then somebody else went into a simulation to show how mods work and to show them how status effects work. You know, I also like the mods system a lot. If you want to talk about customization to suit you, that is the mods. There's a lot you can do. And yeah, sure, there are some wrong answers, but there are a lot of right answers when it comes to mods. Really, this game is a buffet. There's something for everybody. You want to go be a god and hack and slash everything? You got it. You want to farm stuff for plat and get into the market? Okay, you can do it. Collect all the Warframes and all the things? Go for it. Fantasy elements? Oh, it's totally Star Wars, but definitely not. You want to play with friends and do nothing on a relay except for BS until 3 a.m. on a Friday? You can do that too, though I never did that. Didn't happen. There is so much in Warframe that is compelling for players of all different styles. It's really a well-done, well-maintained, and well-developed game. That's why I like it, and that's why I keep coming back.